bro, I got to ask you now. I've got to ask you the flip side, right? Have you done any campaigns that you thought were going to go and be a home run that wasn't? So,
so many.
adversity have you faced? Like, how did you overcome that moment?
Oh, I've had so many duds. I've had so many duds. Like, I'm just telling you my hits right now. You know what I mean? I'm literally telling you my hits. I haven't told you the stuff that just falls flat. You know, I think there's been many times in my career in which I've failed massively. I think I mentioned before the Gap turned Hill City into the Yeezy X Gap brand. Hill City was I thought it was going to be another hit. I thought it was going to be another hit. I thought it was going to be a massive brand in the stable of brands under Gap Inc. But it didn't turn out like that. I think that there was a lot of demand. And you have to remember that building a clothing brand, building a retail brand literally takes years.
So,
I think the board and I think leadership wanted to see it in 10 weeks. And, I as much as I like to believe that Hill City was a massive success, the reality is it's not a success if it's still not around. A lot of people come up to me, they show me their shirts from Hill City, they show me their socks from Hill City, and they're like, thank you so much for building it. I look at that as a great signal that we built something great, but just not as long as I wanted it to. So, I mean, that was a big learning moment for me. It also was a big learning moment for me because through and through, I'm very much I was very much raised and trained as a brand marketer, right? Specifically on digital, and going into Hill City as a CMO, you have a P&L to run.
Yeah.
You have expenses that you have to account for, and you have revenue that you need to generate and all that stuff. And, I'm certainly more seasoned and ready now. I do that with some of the businesses I run today, but as a 32-year-old CMO, you're not really ready for that. And so I look at that as not necessarily a failure, but certainly like a learning point for me to be like, okay, cool. Like there's certainly a lot more than just, making things hot on the internet. You got to run a business. And so I think that was a great moment for me to be like, I want to be a great steward of the business first. And then on top of that, a great brand marketer, because I'm very romantic about the trade.